and everyone's voice. Only I'm not there, just watching from afar. I can't go home because I'm afraid something will change. Me without me, I'm the one to blame. I moved on by my own will. I had nothing else I wanted to do. Was it hard? But I didn't hate it. I did not even like it. I've been patient, but it was bearable. I've had the gray haze for a long time though. I never found out what it was. It's my stress, that's for sure. I never wanted to run away. I was very motivated. Then what is this feeling? Who would I ask? I've been patient, but it was bearable. I've had the gray haze for a long time though. I never found out what it was. I taste like vegetables I don't like. The town inside me and everyone's voice. Only I'm not there, just watching from afar. I can go home, cause I'm afraid something will change. Me without me, I'm the one to blame. I'm not waiting for Santa Claus. I already have the gift, just can't open the box. I know all about it, no one can solve it unless I decide to do something about it. It's not even a case. I've been patient, but it was bearable. I've had the gray haze for a long time though. I never found out what it was. I hate the alarm clock I chose. The town inside me and everyone's voice. Only I'm not there, just watching from afar. I can go home because I'm afraid something will change. Me without me, I'm the one to is light. Let's keep the gray haze into sky blue. I know who you are. I'm not leaving you again. The town inside me and everyone's voice. Only I'm not there, just watch from afar. There is nowhere to go back and nowhere to go. It's all delusional. The town inside me and everyone's voice. Only I'm not there, just watching from afar. I can't go home because I'm afraid something will change. Me without me, I'm the one to blame. It was bearable. bearable. I've had the gray haze for a long time though. I never found out what it was. It's my stress, that's for sure. I never wanted to run away. I was very motivated. Then what is this feeling? Who would I ask? I've been patient, but it was bearable. I've had the gray haze for a long time though. I never found out what it was. I taste like vegetables I don't like. The town inside me and everyone's voice. Only I'm not there, just watching from afar. I can go home, 'cause I'm afraid something will change. Me without me, I'm the one to blame.
Hey folks! How's it going? This is the... Oh, I should probably get my pop filter out of the way. This is the first Streamsekai from the new apartment. Here, give me one sec. Just need to set up. Let's throw on some background music first of all. Nice to see you, Legend Master, Alpaca Lord, Kolnick. Here, just a bit quiet before the stream, so you counted in the players. Fair enough. What I usually do for the waiting for players thing. Give me one sec. As I do a poll. There we go. Just need to get the URL for the overlay, because polls are very important in Streamsekai. They determine if stuff happens or not. Hey, Bandicoot! There we go. I just need 3 players to start Streamsekai. So, if you're interested in playing, hit 1. If you're interested in watching and not playing, hit 2. Just been doing a battle in Octopath? Fair enough. They just introduced the second one, so that's pretty exciting. Oh, that's 3 players already, dang. Usually I have to wait longer. Alright. In that case, got pre-order for that in special edition? Hell yeah, I'm excited for you. Let's turn the weapon bar. And I guess first of all, hi, just for new players, people just joining us. I'm Carson. I'm Space Shark, but I usually just go by Carson. And we're playing Streamsekai, which is our Twitch Plays tabletop RPG for Konosuba. This one. It's a live roleplay event where we play the Konosuba TRPG, a D6-based tabletop role-playing game based on the anime of the same name. I, Carson, will guide you through the adventure as GM, while you, the chat, play as the player character Korin Kadoya, the guy in the icon right there, hanging out, just vibing. You make decisions together and venture through this wonderful world. The vibe of this adventure is chill comedy, so expect lots of lighthearted moments and slice-of-life situations with action and combat mixed in. Your main character is Korin Kadoya, 25-year-old American-Japanese man who moved to Tokyo for college, but has spent the last years in need. After his sudden death, a mysterious goddess sent him to another world as an adventurer. He was given a set of trading cards that lets him change class to one whose card he owns, once per combat encounter, or anytime outside of combat. Korin's abilities and skills are also tied to booster packs he receives on Level Up. With you is your kobold companion, Mura. They're a rune knight with a great sword double their size, and will be able to buff you in combat, though they do ask that any gems that you get go to them. While all the kobolds in this world are more like bipedal dogs, Mura is oddly a more familiar lizard-like kobold, though a lot cuter than traditional fantasy kobolds. Right now, you're in a heated battle against your rival Dojan. There we go. The goth chic-clad master of creation magic. They are the Crimson Magic Clan's one and only chief researcher into the multiverse. Unofficially. Nobody seems to recognize their profession, but Korin and Mura seem to be a breakthrough into their research. Anyways, I'll give you a quick recap as to what happened last session. There we go. My name is Korin Kadia. On my way home from Nakano Broadway, I was crushed by a falling aircraft part and reincarnated as an adventurer in another world with a set of magic trading cards that let me change my abilities. We're still grinding out coupons for this stupid contest we got dragged into. At least we've been able to give a few away. Dojan wanted to give some to Dunnan, and since it's only fair we both leave coupons at shops, so Dunnan agreed on the condition that the grocer and butcher let us leave some too. Just as we stepped out of Dunnan's general store, though, a brutal alligator and a buff lady burst out of one of the shops. I wasn't sure whose side to be on first, but Mura and I helped the lady. Turns out she was the butcher. Who knew? She brought us in and introduced herself as Godiva, and her sister, the grocer, was Bianca. We had a nice sit down with them, left some coupons, drank some tea, and then checked up on our quest at the Adventurers Guild. Turns out tons of people are taking it. The town's warming up to Frogger and Froggy, and they're also taking some of our coupons. Speaking of Frogger and Froggy, we figured it would be a good idea to check up on them in their shack outside of town. The adventurers have been really kind to them, though they did need a few supplies. We relayed some info we got from Dunnan about speaking to Governor Aldrich to let them in, though it sounds like it'll be a tough sell. I really want to help those two out, so I'm sure we'll make it work somehow. Mura and I chatted our way back, but we heard a siren as we got closer to town. An emergency quest that all adventurers had to participate in. And that's where you've left off. Alright, let's get some emergency quest music real quick. No, that's not. There we go. As you and Mura are approaching the gates, a siren went off, and the emergency signal was given. As you approached, a group of adventurers, in fact, all the adventurers in town, were in front of the gates. You went up to one, and he told you that the harvest, was about to begin. Yeah, the harvest is about to begin. It happens at least every year. All the adventurers come out and face, well, what's behind me? You turn around, and as the sun sets, you can see, approaching from the distance, a swarm of green, a veritable ocean of foliage. Flying through the sky are hundreds, if not hundreds of thousands, of flying cabbages and lettuces. All the adventurers in town bare their arms. What would you folks like to do? Swarm of... Yep. Ton of cabbages and lettuces are flying towards you. They have faces. They're using their greenery to fly. A swarm of green cabbages? What? What is this? You ask the adventurer in front of you. Yeah. You didn't know? Every year the harvest begins. The lettuces and cabbages migrate from all across the world into where we are. And we harvest these for, well, for food. We have a great amount of feasting afterwards, but every adventurer is required to participate. It's a bloody battle. What spells do you have? You have Featherfall, Create Water, Tinder, Circle of Flame, and Picadon. Featherfall, so that you don't fall. Create water, you can create a glass of water. Tinder, you can make a match-like flame. Circle of flame, you can make a, I believe it was a 5-foot circle of flame. I had the, there we go. Magic circle of scorching fire, encircling the target, dealing 2d6 plus 10 damage and holding in place for 1 turn. Target can roll an opposing save to take half damage and escape. You also got Picadon, which is, I have it right here. A magic attack against a target that deals 2d6 plus 25 light magic damage. If the target is in the same, like in a 5-foot radius with you, add 10 more damage. There's also... There are the character sheets. It doesn't have the new spells. I had just finished moving, so I wasn't able to update them just yet, but they're basically all there. You also have the ability to change classes. So, as an example, this is your adventurer class, but if you want to be a warrior, you would have different abilities, and if you want to be a wizard, stuff like that. Where you lived before, the cabbages weren't... Where I lived before, the cabbages weren't sentient. Where you lived before... Where are you from? The adventurer looks confused. This is a common occurrence. Most towns have to deal with the migration. But no. They're coming. You better get ready. Mura, what do you think about this?
Well, I mean, if we don't deal with these cabbages, they're going to overrun the town, right, Corin? And I mean, it's also a harvest, so if we don't deal with it, the town won't have food, right? It's, we kind of have to do this, don't we?
Circle of Flame. The storm hasn't appeared just yet. You have a bit of preparation time if you want to do anything. If you want to... let's see. Let's slice and dice then. If you're ready to go, I'll put a ready check up.
I'm ready to go, Corin. You just say the word.
There we go. I'll give this a quick, minute. Can you ask about what the proper state of the cabbages should be? Hey, adventure guy. Yeah, what is it? I'm sharpening my sword, and you can see him with his whetstone getting his sword ready. What's the state that the cabbages should be in after this? Listen, go ask Luna, the quest giver. She's, over there. And he shoos you off. As you approach Luna, she greets you in a very professional manner.
Oh, Corin Kadia. Nice to meet you. Nice to see you. Sorry. I'm, This harvest always gets me in a bit of a fluster. What do you need?
I just want to know what exactly the quest is. What should the proper state of the cabbages be? What are we doing here?
Oh, that's right. You're a new adventurer. So this is...
Give me one sec. I have the exact wording.
All members of the Adventurers Guild must participate in this one. The year's cabbage gathering season has come. They're soft and rich with sweetness. They're very well flavored this year, actually. You have to capture as many of the cabbages flying into town as you can. So beat them up and take whatever they drop. We ask that you gather at least one cabbage, though.
Alright, majority is saying that we should prep first. What kind of prep would you like to do? The cabbages are still in the distance. as all the adventurers around you are readying their blades, their wands, their axes. If we're collecting them, is fire out of the question? Hey, Luna, if we're collecting the cabbages, can we burn them?
Well, if you're really, really lucky, you won't burn the cabbages, so it's not out of the question. It might be a bit more difficult to complete the quest, though.
So, our goal is to collect cabbages, right?
Yes, it is. A ton of cabbages are going to fly right at you, and you need to beat up as many as you can and collect their loot. After a while, they'll all fly away.
Info and armor check. Do we need spells? Well, that's the thing. You don't need to prepare any spells because they're already prepared. You have this amount of spells. You have Feather, Create Water, Tinder, Circle of Flame, and Picadon, as I said. You also have your other classes. Your Warrior class has Follow Up and Downswing. Your Priest cast has Resist and Quick Heal. Your Wizard class has Water Shield. And I don't... Oh, there we go. You have Skillbind for your Thief class. And nothing for your Archer class. Picadon is a light spell. And actually, you can cast Circle of Flame and Picadon on any class. They are intrinsic to your being. So when you change classes, those two spells stay with you. So we need to beat them up, not slice and dice like salad greens?
Oh no, you can slice and dice them. As long as you gather the cabbage that they drop, then you're all good.
So about light? That wouldn't burn them, I'm guessing? I'm gonna ask for an intelligence roll. I'm going to need you to put exclamation point 2d6 into the chat. Got a 1 to 5. It's a 6 plus your intelligence score is a 4, so you got a 10. As far as you can understand, light-based attacks don't cause any burning type of damage. They will cause a radiant burn, but that's different than fire burn. And won't necessarily damage them. Alright. Better safe than sorry? Absolutely. Because that's the thing. Corrin might not know. The Radiant Burn won't damage. Exactly. So light-based attacks are okay. Alright. Warrior might be the best class, and then you can still use Picadon. Absolutely. Is that what you folks want to do? Do you want to switch to Warrior? Well, Kolnick's saying switch to Warrior. If you want to suggest anything for Corrin to do, just let me know in chat. Everyone in chat is playing this game. And collectively controlling the player character. Are you okay on supplies, weapons, spell stuff? You have 44 MP, you have 3 meat and 3 muffins, which will heal you 1d6 each, a bag of candy, which will refill your MP, and various basic items. I believe Mura actually also has some items, if I bring up her character sheet really quick. Give One sec. I forgot to open Mura's character sheet, so that's my B. There we go. Why did only one thing pop up? Come on. Mura character sheet. I need you. I need to know what Mura can do. There we go. So Mura, in terms of items, has, give me one sec, 2 normal potions, 1 gem of each color. Sorry, 1 gem of each color, but 5 rubies. And then she can also give you buffs. So Mura has the ability to do some heals. Can you borrow or buy anything outside of town for added protection? Are the frog friends safe? Horse safe? Your horse is back in town, you know for sure. It's back at the stables. Are the frog friends safe? You just left their shack, so chances are... Actually, you know what? Give me a perception check. Give me 2d6 in chat, anyone. Four and 4, that's 8. That's 12. So, the sun is setting behind you. The same direction that you came from, and the same direction that the cabbages are coming from. You're pretty sure that Froggy and Frogger are going to be in the line of fire in terms of the migration. That being said, their shack was a bit better than when they first got there. So chances are, if they hole up in the shack, they'll be fine. That being said, Frogger was a dungeon boss, and Froggy could probably hold his own. You get the feeling that chances are their combat skills are pretty okay. Can you borrow or buy anything outside of town? That's a good question. If you want to talk to any of the adventurers, I will give you 2 actions before... Yeah, I'll give you 2 actions before the swarm descends upon you. So you can choose to talk, you can choose to search for anyone, you can scope out who's there, and you can ask someone to swap items. No need for a telegram/message to be passed? You don't have the time. You see on the horizon that the cabbages are almost here. Give me one more perception check to see who you notice. Can I say that again for the actions? Well, that's the thing. You have 2 actions. You can do 2 things. What those actions are up to you. 3 and 6. That's 9 plus your perception is 13. So in the crowd, you see plenty of adventurers. This is Axeltown, this is the beginner town, so they're not necessarily high level. However, you see a few faces that you recognize. You can see your rival, Dojan, in all their crimson-clad, wizardy goth glory. Honing their magic, getting ready to put these cabbages to rest. You can see Dunnan, the general store clerk, who is currently giving out just general supplies. From what you can tell, it's mostly stuff that you already have. However, Dunnan is there selling stuff. You see the grocer and the butcher, Godiva and Bianca. Bianca, the grocer, is getting ready to harvest the cabbages. So likely you're going to have to bring your cabbages to her at some point. Whereas Godiva is... What kind of weapon does Godiva have? Chat. She is a butcher. She has access to a bunch of cooking implements. What kind of weapon do you think that she has? I'll take some suggestions. Cleaver and a pan shield? That's good. Any other suggestions? Oh, okay. That's an agreement. So, Godiva has what looks to be a pot lid, but it is quite a big pot lid. I would say that you would recognize this as a great pot lid. You know the Great Shield in many different video games? It's that, but the lid of a pot. And she has not one, but two cleavers. One cleaver she has in her hand, but the other is tucked away on the inside of her shield, so that she can use it at a moment's notice. Also around the outside of the gates, you have, give me one sec. There we go. You have Patia, a large armor-clad blacksmith that you know is an elf, but she is in such large full plate that she looks like 2 sizes bigger. Wielding not just one weapon. She is wielding a great sword in one hand and a great hammer in the other hand. She's ready to fight. Whereas her partner, Bacchus, the avant-garde dwarf fashion designer, is busy touching up her armor so that it is good to go. Not just, you know, looking pretty, but he's also putting some kind of etching on it that seems to glow. Your average Dark Soul characters? Exactly. Nice to see you, Penguin. And lastly, you see... Sorry, I'm just trying to picture what this person would be doing. Okay. You see just a dude. You recognize them as wearing a tracksuit. They have a pocket knife, and they look really scared. They're looking into the cabbages with horror in on their face. What are the action choices? I mean, again, that's up to you. You have 2 actions. You know which people are around here, but you need to figure out what you want to do. Do you want to talk to any of the characters I just mentioned? Did you want to maybe scavenge to see if there are some supplies on the battlefield? Like, the ideas are all up to you. You're thinking a bow might be a good investment, but you're unsure? You do have an archer class, though you haven't unlocked any skills for it. Changing your class is a free action as well. I believe Kolnick wanted to change to warrior, but I don't think we got a consensus on if you all wanted to do that. Pocket knife wielding tracksuit wearing person by any chance squatting and drinking a clear, likely alcoholic liquid. Give me 1 sec. Let's go high-low. That's pretty high. You notice that the tracksuit wearing person, they're not squatting, but they reach into their pocket and they pull out a flask. And as they're staring 1,000 yards into the distance, they start downing the flask. You want to get a weapon from the grocer or general store, but you need to help tracksuit guy? You can absolutely do that. Change to warrior? Okay. Alright. I think we're going to need to get a bit more up close and personal with these things, Mura. You open your deck box on your waist, and you draw a card, and it's the warrior card. Your short sword, in your right hand, has a slot in it, and you slot the warrior card into it. You feel a sudden rush of energy as your abilities start to shift. Your outlook becomes a bit more physical. And you become a warrior. As you do this as well, the sword bursts in a rainbow light that every adventurer can see. If you think about the effect, imagine like a circle lighting up around you, and a burst of rainbow light with an arcane sigil in the middle explodes into everyone's vision. Not blinding, but distracting. You hear some whispers. Give me a perception check if you want to try to figure out what they're saying. Okay. Your MP goes down, but your HP goes up. Three and a 4. That's 7, plus your perception is 3, so that's a 10. You can't hear a lot of the stuff that's far away, but some of the stuff that you hear closer to you is like, whoa, did you see that? Yeah, that guy must be like a complete asshole if he's gonna blind everyone like that. No, not necessarily. He's like glowing rainbow? Oh my god, did you see that? Yeah, it was so cool. I'm so excited. We gotta fight alongside them.
Yeah, that was pretty dumb, wasn't it? Yeah, all rainbow and shit.
It's a very mixed opinions. Some people think it's rad, some people think it's dumb. Well, that's just people close to you. I don't count that as an action since I said outside of combat it's a free turn. So let's make a poll. I know that one of the options was talk to Tracksuit Kid or buy something from Dunnan. So give me 1 sec. One of them was talk to the alcoholic tracksuit dude. The other one was go hit up Dunnan for items. Any other ideas from you, chat? I can redo the thing afterwards. You can only pick one right now, but you'll get another chance. Any other ideas? Otherwise, I'll just use those as the 2 ideas that we do. Those will be the 2 actions. Convene with group again? Well, your group is you and Mura. That's, unless you're talking about literally every adventurer that lives in this town as the group. Alright, I'm gonna count that as your 2 actions. So, hey, Mura, look over there. You point at the tracksuit guy.
Yeah, what about him?
He looked like he was drinking. He pulled something out of his shirt, and I'm pretty sure that was alcohol. We should check up on him. But by the way, Mura, have you harvested before?
Not like this. When I was in my world, when I was with my dragon, I was mostly ranching. So I took care of the animals. I didn't do any farming. If this is harvesting, then it seems really exciting and dangerous.
Do you have any advice, Mura?
Well, that we hit them hard, and we try to be as otaku as possible. Because you taught me that if you're an otaku, you can do anything.
And you see a little bit of a fire light up in her eyes. She really wants to go full otaku. Alright, but let's go check up on the tracksuit person. If you're going to be an otaku, you have to learn that the power of friendship will overcome any obstacle. So we gotta go make friends.
Got it. My first lesson in being an otaku.
And Mura starts running towards the person in the tracksuit.
Hey! We're here to help!
And she tugs on the tracksuit guy's jacket. And he's... What the hell are you? You don't look like... Are you a kobold? You're not like any of the ones that I've seen.
Yeah, I am a kobold. How did you know that?
Oh, well, back in my world... Am I supposed to talk about my world? Back in my world, there were these lizard things called kobolds in books, and you look just like one, though more like the ones that I saw on the internet. No offense. Do you even know what the internet is?
No? What? I don't know what... Anyways, we're here to help.
You catch up to Mura and the tracksuit guy. You introduce yourself. Hi, my name's Korin Kadia. How about you? Oh, well, I'm Takeshi Yamada. Shit, I have to write that name down. Okay. Guy in a tracksuit, Takeshi Yamada. I'm Takeshi Yamada. I just got here, I think? What do you want to say to Takeshi? Listen, Takeshi, what year is it back in your world? What year? I mean, years don't work the same as it they do here, so it's 2022, I think? Tw 2022. Huh. Interesting. So 2022 years have passed in your world? No, it doesn't work like that. See, it's broken down to a system where, you know, we only just recently started modern history, so it's 2022 years after like a big event, and then before that there was still history. Last you heard there were flying cabbages? Yeah, we're just doing some prep for that. So you notice that there are a bunch of adventurers hanging out. You decide to talk to this one guy. He's in a tracksuit. He drank from a flask. He doesn't seem to be doing great. If you want to talk to him, I'm gonna need some stuff that you want to say to him in chat. Otherwise, you're gonna have an awkward silence, and he's just gonna keep drinking. Okay, this is a harvest day with flying cabbages, right? Yeah, I noticed them in the distance. They're getting a lot closer. I don't know what to do. Okay, we need to fight and collect them. Think you can do this if I give you a weapon? Let's meet up again after this in chat. Well, no, actually. And he holds up his pocket knife. I'm a thief. I guess in the class system of this world. And when I got sent here, I was given this knife. And it can do some cool things. And he throws the pocket knife up in the air. And he looks in the distance. And he does a flip kick. And it speeds through the air and skewers an apple off a tree and then returns to him. Yeah, so I got a magic weapon. I think it's gonna be okay. Is the knife open? The knife is open, yes. When he did that trick, the knife was open. Just gonna suggest maybe he can stick around us. Oh, that's cool. Hey, did you want to team up for now? Oh, sure, I guess. I just got here, so I don't know how much help I'll be, but yeah, we can hang out. Takeshi has temporarily joined your party. All right, well, just let's go over to the guy over there. His name is Dunnan. He'll help us out, I think. You walk over to Dunnan, the general store clerk. A big, beefy, though older man. He's ready. He's handing out some, like, potions and, like, some basic shields and armor and weapons to folks. Just as he's finished serving a customer, he welcomes you. Hey, Korin! Nice to see you. Oh, and Mura. You ready for the harvest? I just learned about it myself, but man, if we do well in this harvest, come back by my shop and buy something, will ya? What do you mean? What happens if we do well in the harvest? Ah, you don't know? No, that Luna probably didn't tell you the incentive of the harvest. See, for every cabbage that you pick up, you get 10,000 Eris. You have to at least get one, so you're guaranteed 10,000 Eris today if you complete the quest. So, anything that you need? Is there anything that you need from Dunnan? 10,000, yes. What did you bring with you, if you don't mind me asking, Dunnan? Oh, well, I mean, I only really brought the basics, because this was such short notice. This is the first time I've been through one of these. You know, I got here at the same time as you. I just have some basic armor, give me one sec. I got some antidotes, some heal potions, some mana restoring stuff. Some meat, some vegetables, some fruit. Bianca there actually left some for me to sell, so I need to give her the money for that, but... Heal potion might be a good investment? Fair. You can get a healing potion that heals 2d6 HP to the user for 30,000 Eris each. You currently have 3 meat and 3 muffins. Each of those, those receive 1d6 HP when you use them. The fruit will restore your MP, but he also has these stones called manatite. Though they're a bit beyond your, the larger ones are a bit beyond your spending limit. He does have some small ones that will restore 2d6 mana points, though. So what would you folks like to buy? Kolnick suggests... No, 2d6. 2d6 for the healing potion, 1d6 for your meat and muffins. The current healing items that you have are meat and muffins, those heal 1d6, and your bag of candy will heal 1d6 of mana. You know what? I'm gonna give you guys a luck check. I need somebody to roll 2d6 in chat. Nine? Okay. You were hoping that Dunnan would have brought something a bit more fancy, like, I don't know, say, some maintenance tools for your weapons that would really help the condition of your weapons, or possibly like a spell book that would raise the amount of damage your spells do. But it doesn't seem that he has any stock with him. So Kolnick suggests a potion, maybe some mana stuff. One potion is going to set you back 30,000 Eris, and the mana, if you buy the stone, that's going to set you back 50,000, but if you buy some fruit, they'll only set you back 30,000. 30,000, yes. You have 179,000 Eris. It's the number located right under where it says inventory. That's your money. It sounds expensive, but you get a lot of Eris for doing stuff. So it balances out. Probably won't be casting too much. We'll see. I mean, you do have that bag of candy. What is this inflation? Listen, we're not in D&D. We're in Konosuba. Prices are high in Konosuba. Alright. Well, Kolnick has been the only one to suggest them. So, unless someone speaks up, we're buying 1 potion and some vegetables. Mana cost for Picadon, Wheel of Flame. Picadon is 12, Wheel of Flame is 6. Inflation rates are real here too, exactly. Alright, Dunnan, you know what? I will buy a healing potion. I'll buy some vegetables. Alright there, kid. In that case, I'm gonna need to charge you. I think I said 50 and 30, right? I could be wrong. No, it's 30 and 30. Okay, so that's gonna cost you 60k. And you fork over the cash. Give me 1 sec to adjust it. Inventory. How many muffins do you have left? You have 3 muffins and 3 meat. That's leaking over. Then it's like I gotta move you to the side. There we go. Alright. Well, you best get to it. I think the storm is here. Alright, give me 1 sec. Let's go. Let's go this one. The cabbages are closing in. Every single adventurer in this wonderful town is on the front lines. As you go towards your station with Mura and Takashi, every single cabbage that you saw on the horizon is about to encompass everyone. You asked a question about Picadon. How many does it hit? Picadon hits 1 target. 1 single target. As the storm closes in and everyone is surrounded by cabbages, let's see how many you have to fight. You need to do... There are 10 cabbages and 4 lettuces in your area. There is a group of 4 cabbages in one area, 3 cabbages in another, and further 3 cabbages mixed with 4 of the lettuces in another group. So that's 1 group of 3, 1 group of 4, and 1 group of 7. Which do you fight first? Which one netted 10,000 Eris again? That's the thing. They have to drop a cabbage So you have to get lucky when the loot drops. Did you purchase anything? Yes, you purchased a potion and a set of vegetables. No one else told me what to buy besides Kolnick, so we went with what they said. So I'll do a poll about which engagement you want to get wrapped up in. Let's go with 4 cabbage. 3 cabbage. And 7. 7. There we go. Vote on your phones or electronic devices that you're using right now. Oh, it's 50-50. So someone should probably break the tie, huh? Otherwise, I'm gonna have to roll evens or odds. If anyone in chat wants to break the tie. There we go. Okay. So we're fighting the engagement of 4 cabbages first. Take a look at the engagement of 4 cabbages, and being the default leader of the group, no one asked you if you wanted to be the leader. You just sort of assume that they're going to ask you to. You point over there and say, look, there's 4 cabbages. There's 3 of us, but I think we can take them. Let's go. And you head towards the cabbage. Give me 1 sec. As a warrior, you have stats. So that's 4. That's 3, and that's 11. Okay, so the order is Takeshi, the cabbages, you, then Mura. As you roll up to the cabbages, Takeshi takes a swig from his flask and says, alright. His voice gets a bit gruff. Let's do this. And he starts with, let's see. What does he have? Okay, he'll rush a monster. So he'll attack one of the cabbages for... that's kind of pathetic. That's 3 plus 5 for 8. Does an 8 hit the cabbage? It does not. So Takeshi runs up to one of the cabbages and tries to stab it with his knife. But the cabbage kind of just floats a little bit higher, just outside of his reach. I think maybe he thought that it would be easier to run up to it, but he's also kind of drunk. Alright, Cabbage's turn. There are 4 of them, and Takeshi just tried to attack. So, God, I wish I had more room on this table. There we go. Alright, so it rolls a... 13 to hit Takeshi. Takeshi rolls 12 to dodge. So as you see Takeshi go and try to stab the cabbage with his knife, the cabbage goes up a little bit to avoid the attack, then it just slams down on him. Dealing 10 minus his defense. Dealing 4 points of damage to him, which isn't too bad. There's a scene in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 5 where one of the characters is kicking one of the enemies when they're down, and then another guy joins in and starts kicking them. One of the characters is just drinking wine at a table, and after he's done the wine, he starts kicking down the other guy. You know that one? So 3 cabbages go to do that to Takeshi while he's down. I'm just gonna use the same roll for all of them. Alright, so that's 5. Plus 6 is 11. Takeshi needs to beat an 11 for his dodge. That is a 3 on the dice. So that's 9. Okay. I'm nothing if not fair. I have rolled the dice. Takeshi is in a bit of trouble. He does... 6, 12... He has 18 points of damage, plus the 4 that was done earlier. So that's 22 points of damage. He's pretty down and bruised on the ground. But it's your turn. You've just seen these savage cabbages pummel poor tracksuit guy into the ground. This poor level 1 thief. What would you like to do? Here, I wonder if I can do this, actually. There we go. You also have those ones. Guess you could attack and follow up? Absolutely. How would you like to attack? In terms of your abilities as a warrior... Your follow-up allows you to add your to add 2 dice to your damage roll, if you want to use that. It's only once per scene, though. Or you can use your downswing, which is over here, I believe, to add your strength to the damage of your close combat attacks. It's sort of like a buff. And it's a minor action, so you'd be able to attack as well. You can also use Circle of Flame if you want to risk burning. Or you can use Picadon, which costs 12, but will probably defeat at least one. You can also do a... Downswing... Downswing is a good skill to use in this scenario. Because it's a small action, so you can, like... You can add stuff to your attack. Alright. You use 5 MP. Exactly. It says add your strength. I'm gonna say it's your modifier, not your score, so... Follow-up can only be used once, exactly. Okay. So you attack the guy? Is that what everyone wants to do? You want to attack? I'll be generous and say that you have 2 weapons. You can attack 2 separately, or you can attack 1 with both of yours. It's like you can attack 1 with your short sword, 1 with the spear, or you can attack 1 with both your weapons at the same time. I'll do a pull. One with each weapon. One with both weapons. There we go. How much damage does a cabbage do, and how much health do they have? You would have to spend a turn analyzing the cabbage if you want to know that. There is one less attacking him. Your thief is now your tank. Oddly enough. Alright, it's tied. We need one more vote. As well, there's the blessing system. So blessings let you re-roll or add additional dice to your roll. You get 7 in total, and you can use up to 3 blessings on a single roll. You have to declare them before you roll, though. So if you want to, like, buff up this attack and make sure you get 2, you can use blessings to add points to your roll. Alright, looks like it's 1 with each weapon. So, I'll give you a second to see if you want to use a blessing. If not, I'm gonna ask for some rolls pretty quick. Yeah, channel points. Oh, you can use afterwards if you'd like. But, you received an Heiress Blessing, which I believe... God, it's been a hot minute. You can re-roll a d6. So, what we'll do is on your next attack, you'll be able to re-roll a low number. So, which cabbage would you like to attack? There's 4 of them, so, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. I'm gonna need a roll for the short sword, so someone in chat give me 2d6, please. That's 4, plus your 5, is 9. So, Alpaca Lord... okay, sorry, that's for your second attack is the 3 and the 5. So, for the first attack, Alpaca Lord, go ahead and roll just exclamation point d6, and you can re-roll one of those 2s. With the blessing that you redeemed. Okay, so that's a 4 and a 2. That's 6. That's 11 to hit the cabbage. The cabbage rolls to dodge. Oof. That's a 16. So, the first cabbage dodges. For the 3 to 5, that's 8. For a 17. The cabbage does not dodge the second one. So, seeing the guy in a tracksuit getting absolutely pummeled, you run into the fray with your with your long spear and your short sword. You skewer a cabbage on one of them, on your spear. It goes straight through. This cabbage is not gonna do well with this. And as you go to hit the other one with your short sword, the space where you were about to hit is empty. While you were focusing on your spear, you swung wild with your short sword, and it did not hit. So, go ahead and do some damage. I'm gonna need 2d6 from chat. Oh shit, I think I also did that wrong, so I accidentally gave you a higher attack roll. So you're welcome. But I'm also gonna need someone to roll 2d6 in chat, please. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 points of damage, plus the 5 from your downswing, which adds up to 21. Alright, so the cabbage that you speared is still kicking, but just barely. You can tell that it's not having a good time. Sorry, give me one sec. Just have to write down this stuff. There we go. Alright. What's waiting? What's up, Bandicoot? Do you need to keep any of the cabbages alive for growing more? You don't grow cabbages in the ground, they're migratory. So, keeping any of the cabbages alive isn't going to do much as far as you know from this, from what's being explained to you. There it is. Sorry, give me 1 sec. I think I calculated something wrong. Yeah, your hit and dodge are 1 more because of your warrior class. There we go. When Muda said about beating them, just double check it. Fair enough. You don't go cabbages in the ground, they're migratory is an amazing quote. Absolutely. Alright, so it's Muda's turn. Muda, seeing you spear a cabbage, is going after the one that you missed. So she is going to... Actually, you know what? You know what Muda is going to do? Muda's gonna go in swinging with her greatsword. So, to attack, she got a 12 to hit, and the cabbage got... an 8. Okay, so Muda goes to swing down with her greatsword. And she does have extra damage to this one, because it is a special greatsword that she got when she was reincarnated. So, give me 1 sec, just need to check the damage. Okay. Okay, so she does 20 points of damage to this poor cabbage. This other one ain't doing so great. The great sword of cabbage. Muda, the sweet bean. She runs up to this cabbage with her great sword, and she jumps into the air and swings down, accidentally with the flat of her blade, crushing the cabbage, but not actually cutting it in twain. Honestly, she did a really good job with this. She just lost control of her swing. But she is getting hyped up into the battle now.
Alright, we can do this, Korin!
How's Takeshi doing? Takeshi, being a thief, because it's his turn. Actually, it's the setup phase. So Muda, after she does the downswing, reaches into her. Give me 1 sec. She reaches into her bag, and she grabs a red stone. She holds it up to her chest, and her weapon explodes in flame.
I'm ready to fight now. I'll destroy every last one of these cabbages, Korin! Just watch me!
You see a sparkle in her eye. That might just be the flickering of the flame. But she's pretty excited about this. As she goes to swing, the thief, Takeshi, kind of stands up a little bit, holds up his hand, and his hand starts glowing a pale light. And he points it at one of the cabbages. Ooh, I love this. Okay, 5 plus 6 is 11. Where are you? Hit check. That's 17 that the cabbage has to beat. The cabbage only gets 11. So the thief points his hand at one of the cabbages that seems like it's got full vigor left, closes his eyes super hard, and yells, "Steal!" The glow in his hand brightens to a flash, and you see in his hand, gotta give him a luck check, you see in his hand a regular-ass looking piece of cabbage. What you don't see is the cabbage that was just there. The propeller-like leaves and outer casing of the cabbage just sort of flutters to the ground. He successfully stole the cabbage. You have 3 left to fight now. I did it! I beat one! Did you see that, Korin? Did you see that, Mura? As he opens his mouth, one of the cabbages flies towards him and goes to attack. For a 15 against his 11. You did great, Takeshi. Good job. As this cabbage flies towards his mouth and just bops him on the side of the cheek, knocking him over for... what's his defense? For 5 damage. Whoops. There we go. Impossible! The ancient art of yoikomancy! No, thank you. Thank you, Korin, for that joke. I really appreciate it. He says as he gets knocked to the ground again by this cabbage. The other 2 go after you and Mura. One goes after Korin with a 4... 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm gonna need a dodge check. Somebody in chat, I'm gonna need 2d6, please. And that's a 1 and a 2. That is a 7. That will not beat this dodge unless somebody redeems a channel point blessing. I'll give you a chance to do that. There we go. Kolnick, if you want to re-roll that 1, just do exclamation point D6. Okay. If this saves you, Bandicoot, I'll save your Axis Blessing for later. That's 7. 8, 9, 10, 11 against its 3, 4. Against its 9. Okay, so this cabbage goes to bump you on the face the same way. It's as you notice, it fly by your head as you do that sort of like step back move. You see a cute little face on it. Just like it may as well be 2 dots and a big U. Just a face like that on the cabbage. Actually, it would be more like that. Those are the eyes of a murderer. The other one goes to attack Mura. As a 6 plus a 5 is an 11. So Mura dodges with a 9 plus... with a 12. So just barely, Mura goes to pick up her sword. But it's a bit heavy for her. And the sway back from picking up the sword that's a bit too heavy causes her to dodge the cabbage that's flying towards her. So, you and Mura are doing a bit better than Takeshi down there. Takeshi's on the ground getting bounced on by a cabbage. Korin, it's your turn. How do you want to approach this? You have 2 cabbages in rough shape and 1 that's in full health. Attack the one on the tracksuit guy. I'll say that's the one with full health. That being said, how do you want to attack? Because you have 2 weapons. So, we'll do this again. If you can steal more, you don't have to worry about killing them. That's true. Make sure to vote in the chat. If you want to decide how we attack, put a 1 or a 2 in the chat box. Need to confirm this kill? Fair. Legend Master says 1 with each weapon. You could attack the ones with lower health and possibly confirm those 2 kills. That second option is a very valid option. That being said, unless another person votes, it looks like you'll be outvoted. Oh, it's perfectly balanced, as all things should be. So, anyone in the chat, I need a tiebreaker right now. If it goes to 3 minutes on the time active, I'll just roll evens or odds. But we need 1 more tiebreaker vote. We're in overtime now. You look around the battlefield, and you notice that everyone is being attacked by swarms of these things. Like, aside from the 2 other groups that are around you, like, the grocer and the butcher are just decimating cabbages left and right. Patia, the blacksmith, is just crushing them. She's doing her own thing. She's having a good time. Alright. Even will go with attacking 1, Odd will attack 2. That's even. So it looks like we're just going to attack the one that's attacking Takeshi. So, I'm going to need 2d6 from chat, please, for a hit check. That's a 2 and a 3. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bandicoot also redeemed an Axis Blessing, so we get one more d6. So I need someone to... Bandicoot, since you redeemed it, can you do exclamation point d6? That's an extra 2, so that's 12. To dodge... That's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11. Okay, so just by a little bit, you managed to attack this monster. Now, before you do damage, I will let you know that you have regular blessings that you can use if you choose to use them before your attack roll. That way, you can add damage to this attack by using up to 3 blessings to add extra d6s, if you so choose. You don't necessarily need to use a channel point redeem blessing. You have 7. This weapon right here, I'll move it around. This number right here, that's how many regular blessings that you can use without redeeming channel points. As long as you call it before 2 normal blessings? Get it out of battle? Does chat agree on 2 blessings? I'll do another poll. How many blessings? You currently have 7 blessings for the rest of the stream. You can use up to 3 per roll. So you have a pool of 7. Every roll you can use up to 3. Sorry, I'm holding my source book as a tome. Oh man, chat's split again. I'm gonna need a tiebreaker. Otherwise, it's gonna go to random chance, whether we use 1 or 2. If anyone else in chat is willing to vote, just put a 1, a 2, or God forbid a 3 in the chat to vote. As you're about to strike, you mutter something under your breath. Something that only you would say. Alright, look, I'm about to... I have had it up to here with these cabbages. I don't know which gods are out there. I know there's one that sent me here. So, Arena, if you're listening, maybe you could do me a solid and make me do more damage against this thing, so that our thief guy over there can help us with this harvest. That's odd, so that's 2 blessings that you're using. So, I'm going to need a couple of rolls. I'm gonna need one person to roll 2d6, please. Listen, Arena, I have had it with these motherfucking cabbages in this motherfucking field. It's that kind of dumb. Alright, gonna need someone in chat to roll 2d6, please. That's 3 plus 1 is a 4. That's 9. So I need another 2d6. So that's 25. And I'm gonna need a final 2d6, please. Alright. So that's... So that's 32 against its defense for 30. With all the hype you can muster, with your persuasive request to the goddess that sent you here, your weapons feel lighter in your hand. Back when you were alive, you remember a move that you used to use in arcades every time you played Street Fighter. You remember the input, and you channel what you felt when you were playing Street Fighter. You stand upright and raise your knee up. As you head towards this cabbage, it's almost as though you're floating. There's a flurry of weapon blows. Your body is doing the work for you. One might not be able to track what has happened, but once the flurry is done, once you can see what... Once people can see what you have done, there is a glow as the cabbage explodes, leaving only one thing behind. I'm gonna need a luck check, so I'm gonna need 2d6 from chat, please. Yeah, I mean, anyone in chat can roll for this. I just need someone to do exclamation point 2d6. So if you feel like rolling, by all means. Oh, that's a good one. 13. Alright, as this cabbage explodes, what lands behind you is in fact a piece of cabbage. And the characters Otaku glow on your back for a second. You received a cabbage. Mura, seeing that you've gone after the one cabbage that was attacking our boy Takeshi, goes after the other two. And I'm going to give her a bit of a disadvantage on this attack, because she's going to try and do both of them. So... that's a 5 or a 7. I have to go with the 5, plus her attack. Is a 10 against the cabbages. Dodge. 8 and a 9. Okay, so Mura hits both of them. Mura, wanting to end this engagement, raises her flaming sword. And wanting to copy you, she goes for a swift blow. She's lightning quick. She dashes forward with her great sword, digging into the ground, causing dirt to kick up. As the dirt kicks up, it obscures something from view, though you can see the faint glow of the fire behind the veil of dust. The flames spew upwards and outwards in arcs that are seeming to dance through the air. I haven't even calculated her damage yet, but that's 17 and 22. Okay. Give me 1 sec. Where are you? You have defeated 4 cabbages. Mura gets to roll 2 luck checks, for which she receives 1 cabbage and 1 lettuce. She rolled a bit low. I had to give her disadvantage because she used fire. But she is successfully got 2 more cabbages. Mura escapes from this cloud of dust with her sword up in the air behind her. A faint glow of red dissipating from her sword. And what looks to be a red glow emanating from her eyes. Again, slowly fading as her Rune Knight ability of enhancing her weapon finishes off.
I told you we would destroy them, Korin.
Yeah, you did. We all did well. Especially you, Takeshi. You beat one in 1 hit. Takeshi, on the ground, spits some blood out. Give me a perception check, would you, chat? I'm gonna need 2d6 from chat, please. Okay, you absolutely see it. You see what looks to be a molar in the pool of blood underneath Takeshi. And also, his flask has a dent in it. Honestly, this wasn't the mission for a level 1 adventure. I was strongest card. I hit it with 1 hit. I'm doing great. In fact, you know what? You did really well with that. You notice that out of a possible... God, I think it was like 30... Yeah, out of a possible 33 hit points, he has 6 left. With that perception check. I was Super Saiyan last version. I'm the best there is alive, of course. He's lost some blood, and also he was drinking. You want to give him some food? Do you want to give him food or a potion? Let's do a poll. I will say, your priest. Now that you're out of combat, you can change classes again. Your priest has quick heal, so you can use your MP if you'd like. Quick heal does 5, and how much does it heal? Let's just check. Where are you? Okay. You can recover 3d6 plus character level times 3 HP with this. All right. Oh man, Takeshi, you are looking rough. Here, give me 1 sec. And you fiddle with your deck box. You unslot the warrior card from your short sword, put it back in your deck, and slot in the priest card. There's a big flash of rainbow light, and a different sigil appears. And you're suddenly filled with a holy power. Specifically the power of desperation to heal your poor friend who's been destroyed by cabbage. And you pull off a quick heal. I'm going to need one person to do exclamation point 2d6, and another person to do exclamation point d6. So that's 14, plus 5 is 19, times 3. So he's fully healed. How much is he over-healed by? Give me 1 sec. Okay, so that's 57 points. So that's overhealing by 30 points. So I'm gonna say that splashes around and you're refunded some of your MP. I'm going to say that with how well you did with the healing, I'm gonna bring you back to full MP. I could have given you an extra 15 HP, but you know what? You know what? You deserve that. But the day's not quite over. Sorry. There are 2 other engagements that you can see. One with 3 cabbages, and one with 7 assorted leafy vegetables. Looks like we still got more left, don't we? Yeah, we gotta keep fighting, don't we? I think I've had enough for one day, Corin. I'm gonna be honest with you. But I don't see a way out, so let's do it. As you're about to go towards your next engagement, though, you see some figures breaking through the ranks. Give me 1 sec. I had some notes for this. They are not where I put them, and I hate that. There they are. Okay. Add a stat block. There it is. You hear from the distance.
I've got one for you. Toad's Muddy Waters.
And a stream of viscous liquid shoots towards the group of 3 cabbages. From this viscous liquid, you also hear a
catastrophe
as tadpoles spew up from the splash of the liquid and shoot mucus at an entire area. As this mucus is being spewed and the cabbages start lowering down to the ground, you see from out of the sky what looks like a falling star. It's a sparkle that gets brighter and brighter, rocketing towards the ground as a giant toad lands on top of the cabbages that have just been sprayed by mucus, completely wiping them out. And I'm going to need some 2d6s from the chat. So I'm gonna need 1 2d6. Okay, you might have to wait a little bit between them, because there's a cooldown that I can't get rid of. So you might want to try again. Which nets you 1 cabbage. Alright, go for it. I need 1 more 2d6, please. There we go. Okay, that's more than 6. That's the second cabbage. I'm going to need 1 more 2d6 for the last cabbage. That's definitely over 6. Okay. So, as this goes, as this splashdown happens, some mucusy cabbages land in front of you.
Cheers, loves. The cavalry's here.
Frogger, a toad man in a laboratory coat, walks out from outside the field.
We saw the cabbages coming. They passed by us, but we felt like you might be in danger. So we've come to assist. Gero,
Froggy says, looking triumphant. Froggy! Frogger, nice to see you!
Froggy, Frother, thank you. We really appreciate this.
Ah, yes. And the boy Takeshi down there. You came to visit us, right?
Yes, I did. Thank you for the coupon, by the way. Do you know them?
Yes. They're the one that set up the quest and had everyone get to know us. Korin and Mura talked me down from being, well, a dungeon boss, you see. And, because of that, we're striving to join this town. Together, we will defeat these cabbages.
And Froggy stands on both hind legs and gives a pose, just to sort of like, goes like, get 'em.
Get 'em, get 'em.
Alright. We got 1 more engagement left then. Let's head towards it. And you see there's an assortment of 7 leafy monstrosities heading towards you. one sec. Ooh! I can't have you hogging all the fun now, can I? A haughty voice calls from behind you as magic circles pop up underneath each and every one of the cabbages. Here, this is an emergency quest, bequeathed onto all of us, and as such, I feel like I must provide my assistance. Dojan walks up from behind you and holds their staff up into the air, making all of the cabbages not only trapped, but they get a debuff as well. Give me one sec to check the debuffs. Okay. And they're all poisoned. I'm not much of a front row fighter, so I trust you can all take care of these last cabbages. Oh, and I'll give you some help. After all, we should be on friendly terms on the battlefield. And Dojan hits them all with some lightning. Give me one sec. Dealing them all 12 damage. Knocking out all of the lettuces so that only 4 cabbages remain. One for each of you. They're also stunned. And, since it's the top of the turn, they've taken 5 extra points of damage that aren't impacted by their defense. They're stunned, so Takeshi gets to go first. He throws his knife up into the air, does a backflip kick, and goes to skewer one of them. Give me one sec. That's 6. Plus 5 is 11. And the cabbages get 9. Okay, so Takeshi uses his magic attack for a crit. Okay. So that's 12. 17. Yeah, okay, so he wipes one out with this kick. And with his luck stat, it returns to him his knife with 1 cabbage. Give me one sec. I just have to check on Frogger's stats. Okay, so it's Frogger's turn next, as he summons another giant toad, as Froggy and Frogger Froggy swallows 1 cabbage, and Frogger has his summon swallow the other. They have to do a physical attack, so that's 4, 5, 6, 7, plus... Where's the giant toad? There it is. For 14, and the cabbage gets... Okay, so that one dodges, but oh god, that's bad. Yeah, and the other one gets completely swallowed. We'll say that Froggy took it. Listen, Froggy, I really appreciate what you're doing, Corrin says as he watches Froggy swallow this cabbage. But I need you to keep this thing whole if you wouldn't mind. We need to collect the cabbages. Please, it'll really help us.
Get 'em!
Well, I guess it's more of like a... Froggy understands. That leaves 2 cabbages left. Corrin, what do you want to do? You have 1 cabbage that it's looking in rough shape. Chances are, if you can land high enough damage on a hit, you can take it out. You want to do a 1 for both? Let's put that to a poll. How many do you want to attack? I also saw that you said that you wanted to switch back to Warrior, so I'll give you that. I'll say that you did that earlier, and there we go. Gonna need you to vote in the poll if you want to influence this one. That way it's fair and recorded. Also, thanks for the Drown Bandicoot. You could net both in a single turn. That's definitely possible. Not only do you have 5 blessings left, but I believe you also have channel point blessings left. You're out of an Eris blessing, but you can absolutely redeem 1 more Axis blessing to add some D6s. Well, a D6. Alright, it looks like we're going to be going for attacking each of them. 1 with each weapon. Do you want to use any normal blessings beforehand? Or I guess, do you want to use blessings for the hit attack? Or do you want to use the blessings for damage? Because remember, you have Mura to back you up. Quick question about them? Go for it. Can use multiple different weapon attacks, or set them out for the single turn. So, what I've decided is that you have 2 weapons. You can either attack a single target with both weapons, or you can attack 1 target with each weapon. No, I put Wizard on, what the hell? That's not Warrior. There it is. So yeah, you can use 1 attack to attack 2, 1 with each weapon, or 1 but with both weapons. Circle of Flame and Picadon, they each take your attack, so... Can you only use 3 blessings per the 1 turn? Yes. You can only use up to your luck stat in blessings on any given roll. Roll being the specifier. So, like, if you're rolling for each weapon, if you're attacking 2 enemies, you do a total of 4 rolls, right? So 2 rolls to attack, 2 rolls for damage. Potentially, you could do 2 per attack. You could. Do you want to use your blessings for your attack roll, like to hit, or do you want to save them for your damage? Remember, Mura gets a turn right after you. Yep, I'm willing to hear from anyone in chat if you have anything that you want to add to the game. This game is all directed by you, chat. So anyone watching the stream, if you want Korn to do something, all you gotta do is say it. Alright, looks like no one's speaking up, so I'm going to say that we're going to move on with the regular attack roll. So that's 7, 12, and the... Okay, and 1 cabbage... dodges. Can you still use the blessings? I didn't get a confirmed answer. Are you doing 2 on, like, 1 for each hit? Because that's what I figured. So if that's the case, for this 1 hit, I'm going to need a 2d6 in the chat, and I'm going to need a regular d6 in the chat, please. Alright, and I just need exclamation point d6. So that's 14, and the cabbage rolls an 8. So the first one hits, your short sword hits. I'm going to need another set of those, if you wouldn't mind. So I need 1 2d6 and 1 regular d6, please. And just exclamation point d6. Anyone in chat, give me an exclamation point d6, please. Alright. That's a 13 against the cabbages. 11. Okay, so both hit. So, what I'm going to need from you folks is another 2 sets of those for damage. Because you're using 1 blessing on each damage roll. So I need someone to do 2d6. Nope, it's exclamation point 2d6. And I need somebody to do exclamation point d6. Alright, so that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 points of damage on the first one. 13, I believe that takes it to nope. It doesn't. No, you're redeeming an Axis Blessing. Okay, Kolnick. Do another d6. Okay, that kills it. You needed, I'm pretty sure the way I calculated it, you needed 2, so 3 takes it. So that one dies. With your short sword, with the power of the warrior, a rainbow light shoots forth and determines where its weak point is. With your gut feeling of this rainbow light, you follow it and stab into its most inner recesses, the core of its cabbage hood, and skewer its very essence, redeeming it for yourself. With your spear, on the other hand, I'm going to need exclamation point 2d6 from someone, please. And I'm going to need exclamation point d6. Oh, that's all 4s. That's 12 plus 9. Which, even with its defense, kills it. So, on your way to stab the cabbage with your short sword, with your lance, with your long spear, you whip around, and instead of using it as a stab as you should, you go to slice the other cabbage. In twain, I may add. As the tip of your spear carves a perfect cut through it, slicing it in 2. If you've ever seen Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, it's just like when Raiden cut through Metal Gear Rex and walked straight through it. On your way to do the stab, you slash through this poor other cabbage with your spear, and as you go through the cabbage, you stab your short sword into the other one, extracting its essence. Now I'm going to need 2 luck rolls. So let's do the first one. Exclamation point 2d6. Okay, that's 1 more cabbage for you on the tip of your spear. I'm going to need 1 more 2d6, please. You love anime? Does that make you a weeb, Gideon? Hey Gideon, could you roll exclamation point 2d6? Let's test your luck. 3 and a 3 plus 3 is more than 6. So on the tip of your short sword, you extract a cabbage from the flying cabbage. The engagement is over. All cabbages have been defeated. You have 7 cabbages in total, netting you a tidy sum. Give me 1 sec. As you look around the battlefield, the green leafy cabbage seems to be pulling away. The migration is over, and the feeling of calm sweeps across you. You're able to take a breath. We did it! We beat the cabbages! Mura looks incredibly happy. Yeah, there were so many of them, but look at that! We killed all of them!
Quiero. Froggy says that, he is quite happy that you were able to get these items that you had hoped for, you see. Hopefully, with our assistance, we will have proven that we are on the side of the townsfolk, you see. Quiero.
Yeah, I'm really excited that we were able to do this, Corin, and thanks for bringing me with you, and healing me, and letting me, fight. I got 2 of them. That's like 20,000 Eris. I can get a hotel room. I've been sleeping in the stables, Corin. I'm so happy I get a bed. Takeshi is melting with the idea that he gets to sleep in a bed. Corin walks up to Froggy and gives Froggy a big old hug. It's kind of hard. Froggy's a giant toad. Even with your full wingspan, your arms don't go around him. But Froggy gets the idea. And Mura goes up to Frogger, reaches up, and goes for a hug.
Thank you, Frogger. Thank you, Froggy.
You look over. Dojan walks up. And what about me? Of course I was the one who trapped all those last ones. Where's my hug? I slave over a hot staff, and this is the thanks I get. Listen, Dojan. I know we didn't get off on the wrong foot, but you came and helped us when it matters, and I'll be honest. It's kind of helped my opinion of you. So.
Yeah, Dojan. You were kind of a creep before. I'll be completely honest, you kind of freaked me out. But, you've really stepped up, and I appreciate that. That's what a real adventurer does.
And both Corin and Mura give Dojan a big hug. And Dojan kind of didn't expect this to happen. So they kind of retreat into themselves. Well, of course I would be a perfect adventurer. You see, I planned to always save you in times of trouble, because that is what the foremost researcher into the multiverse of the Crimson Magic Clan does. Of course. I am responsible for everyone who comes from the multiverse. And that includes you. And Takeshi, hopefully we'll see more of you as well. And hopefully you'll get more nights at the end. Yeah, thank you so much. As the cleanup starts happening and everyone starts picking up their cabbages, there's a bit of a rumble. On the horizon, it's getting dark, but you could swear it was still a little bit longer until the sun actually went down. There should be a sunset right now. And up from the ground, a purple cabbage appears, as well as a flood of more purple cabbages. They start attacking every single one of the adventurers, wrapping them up in their cabbagey leaves, blindsiding them as they pick up their pieces of cabbage. Up from the depths of the earth springs forth a giant purple cabbage with a menacing aura. This thing has a feeling of murderous intent. Its glowing eyes its face looking kind of like that. You sense that this thing is staring at you, Corin. Staring straight into your soul. And a voice looms in the distance, seemingly coming out of the sky itself.
Korin Kadoya, you may have defeated Frogger and taken him onto your side, but Axeltown will be mine. I may have lost my giant toad army, but purple cabbages will work just the same. Now, be devoured by that which you devour.
But we'll figure that out next time now, won't we? Thanks everyone for hanging out! I will clarify, the voice wasn't coming from the purple cabbage. The voice was booming from, like, as though it was coming from the sky itself. So Mr. Disembodied Voice Man is sicking some purple cabbages on everyone. Sounds like a fun time? I hope you guys had a fun time. I know I did. I went to the cafe this week to prepare this session, and originally I wasn't gonna end on the purple cabbages, I'll be honest. But the idea kinda came to me just as I was packing up, so I decided to slip it in. I'm glad you had fun. Honestly, I was surprised that you folks gravitated towards Takeshi. You know, he was just sort of a side NPC that I was just gonna put there for flavor. But like, nah, Takeshi is there. You've adopted Takeshi. Looking forward to coming back next week. I'm glad that you were able to make it for a Streamsekai. And hey, Gideon, thank you for popping by at the end. And thank you everyone in chat for watching Streamsekai. We'll be doing it again next week, depending on how school goes. I start classes on Monday. My first 2 classes are voice acting and improv, so I'm really excited about that. Tomorrow, we're going back to Ace Attorney, which is going to be really, really fun. We have to go back to ranking Ace Attorney characters' asses, so we gotta finish this case and actually see more characters. Monday, we're gonna be doing Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 3 at 8 p.m. Pacific. I'm learning Naruto. I'm figuring things out. Get an A+, I will. I mean, I'll be honest, if I nail this audition that I just did, I'll be walking to school with a job already. So, I'm not expecting it to happen. I really hope it does, though. I really hope I get this part. It would be cool if I did. But yeah, Monday's Naruto. Wednesday is going to be Ni no Kuni 2. Friday is going to be the Watch Party. And then, Saturday, we're gonna go back to this. Hopefully. Depending on how I'm feeling after college. We might skip a week, if I'm feeling dead. Don't have any college courses on Monday, so you should be able to catch tomorrow's stream. Nice! I have college courses from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. every day, every weekday. Unless it's a Wednesday, then it's 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. No spares. Oh, thank you very much, Bandicoot. Queen's Morning? Oh, I got an email saying, like, hey, so I know that Monday is a national holiday and everything, but, like, with all due respect, we need to start classes. And I appreciate that. The Queen would have wanted me to start school on Monday. Anyways, I should probably be sending you folks to another stream. So who's on right now? Let's see. I think Thero actually had to cancel his stream tonight, which is sad because we usually like to rate Theropod. Tom's playing the mortuary assistant. That might be neat. Is Ziv gonna go online pretty soon? I can just do just chatting until Ziv goes on. Okay, it doesn't look like it. That's too bad. What's that fox behind me? Oh, it's not like a fox suit. It's my aunt knows that I like foxes and red pandas and sharks. So she gets me some stuff for that. So she got me like a little fox scarecrow for the fall season. Yeah, I don't think Kobold Sprig is on. Who else does stuff that I like? Who's in my recommended channels? Maybe we could do a blind raid. Or... who's playing? Oh, I'm the only one playing Konosuba, that sucks. Alright, well, we'll rate Tom. My friend Tom is a bigger streamer than me, by a lot. But I also used to do a show with him called Anime Bomb, and he is a genuinely fun person to hang out with. He's playing the mortuary assistant. Give him a big old shark attack for me, and I'll catch you folks later. See ya!